I'm Robin Chase, and I'm here because I'm thinking a lot about the future and how we transition to the future, and this seems like a group that is thinking about those issues. I have to say it's a word I don't think I've ever said out loud or written in my life, so it's a word that I have to think up. So if I think about what stewardship is, it's making sure that whatever is happening today can continue productively tomorrow, that we're not diminishing any of the future potential, that we're taking what we have today and making sure that it's available to continue tomorrow. I've been really kind of fascinated right now with the free and open source community, and when we think of the gift economy or anything where people are working independent of the existing monetary economy. And there were a couple of sessions yesterday that were really intriguing to me and had me start thinking about, we think about in capitalism that there are market failures, and they're kind of accepted that the system doesn't work perfectly, and so you have these failures, and that's where government's supposed to step in. Well, so it struck me that I think there are market failures around this collaborative, non-monetary economy. So that in itself is a really interesting concept, that what are those market failures? And I was mapping out, what are the ways and reasons why individuals participate or not? What makes it easier or harder? We know that it's easier to participate if you ask not very much of me, if it doesn't take a lot of time. It's easier to participate if the whole process itself is easy. It's easier to participate if I think my own particular contribution is important. It's easier to participate if I think this project is of high value versus low value. So all of those are the positives, and we can look at the downside. When do I not participate? And it feels to me that we come out at this place where market failures in this are projects or tasks that require significant long-term efforts that are continuous, not just 2 hours a week, but 40 hours of real effort. That's where there's a significant demand and a significant burnout, so that's a market failure in this. And the other would be a market failure around what it takes to design a platform that could be built in pieces. That again, it's the significant mapping out of what the platform looks like that enables all the other things to happen. Another market failure, because that again requires this consistent, big expertise effort. So then the question is, so therefore, how do we finance those things? And I don't know the answer to that. I've been thinking long and hard about how we finance platforms that are the basis for a lot of our work in a way where we can retain control, that he who finances it controls the rule set and its potential. So it's been very interesting to think through with Nadia and people here, what are those deficits and how can we overcome them? So I feel like I'm getting much more clarity on the specificity of the deficits, because we've all been thinking a lot about the benefits and upside. I do go to and participate in a lot of conferences and retreat type things around the world. What strikes me as I watch this is I think there is a real need for community creation and support among people who are building and trying to build these new economy, new system patterns, that the camaraderie and support of equal challenges and is a really great thing that I hadn't thought about before as a missing element. That creating this community of people who are trying to do these difficult things that are way outside the system of normal things is a really important piece of work, and should continue and should be made larger. Like, it should be a larger community of people who can self-identify into that group and find a support group. I'm really glad I came. It was great to see and meet people who are doing this kind of work with such passion and all together in one room. And I was hoping that I was going to find that when I came, and it is an incredible treat.